Alright, so I'm getting ready to install my swivel seat, and I just started by detaching the negative on the battery, waiting 10 minutes for that to kind of cool off, so safety for the airbag. I struggled finding the battery in the ProMaster, just an FYI. It's under this floor panel by the driver's side window, or by the driver's side door, so that's where that's at. So in 10 minutes I'm going to start to disconnect all the power lines that are connected under here, and then from there going to work on removing the seat and installing the swivel. Alright, so I had to remove these, disconnect these 3 different pieces in order to take the top seat off before I install the swivel pad. So the orange pieces and yellow pieces just have a purple slider that you pull forward and then they can disconnect. And then this black piece here was a little tougher to figure out. There's like a little push pin on the bottom side of one of them that you need to push in and then pull it out. So that was a little tougher to figure out, but now we're just removing these bolts with the T40. Alright, so after removing the 4 back bolts, you have to remove these 2 in the front, and they were a little more difficult. Had to, because this doesn't really fit, had to use 2 people to really push this in while someone else got it going, and now I'm just doing it by hand to finish it up. But these are coming out okay now. You know, this isn't so bad actually. Maybe I'll just include the seat back here. The big thing about these though is the reclining feature is slow at best. Alright, on to the real seat. Alright, so we've got my swivel base here. It's got this latch that helps it actually swivel, so we'll go ahead and place it where it needs to go on the base here. And then get this little swivel so I can access the bolts here. Alright, so start getting those in place. And we'll screw these in. All 6 of these. There's 2 in the front and then 4 in the back, just like the ones I removed. So those ones I removed, those actually become unnecessary and can be recycled. We won't use those at all. The swivel seat won't swivel fully because of this bar, this stock bar that's in the seat base, and so it gets caught on this. So I actually have to take this and kind of bend it down. It shouldn't be problematic since it's really just a support bar, so I might take this off so that I can do it. You don't need tools. You just need a little bit of weight. Just bouncing to chance, and that'll do the job. So you can see you've got it bent down there. Theoretically, it's locked down. Way easier. So that'll be good. I'm just going to push it down a little more just to be safe, but looking good. Put this up here. And we'll start with the front bolts here. Lining these guys up is proving to be a little difficult. The problem is, these aren't really connected, which makes sense. So each of these can move differently. So they weren't aligned, so of course it wasn't going to fit and line up. So now we should be good. Whew. Really breaking a sweat today. There we go, that feels much better. Things are lining up nicely. So I'm going to screw these 2 ones in the front, and then I've got 4 in the back, and then I'll be done. The bolts just barely line up, and you really gotta work hard to get 1 or 2 of them in. But got it all figured out. You gotta put in all 6 bolts before you really start to tighten down. The problem was I started, since you do removal, 4 in the back, 2 in the front, I kind of put the 2 in the front in and tightened them up a little bit, and that didn't really work out for getting these 4 in. So I would suggest just lightly putting the front ones in and then tightening up. But now I gotta take all the wires and pass them through this hole in the swivel seat so that I can reconnect them. struggling to tighten in this last bolt, so I said F it to that side thing, which was causing problems. And realistically, at the very beginning, I would have just removed those anyway. Super easy to remove that plastic thing, and now I should actually have access to this bolt. So that's what I would recommend. And voila! Rotating seat. Ready to face anybody else who might want to join me in the van. So now there's going to be room for 3 people to talk. Theoretically 4 if someone wants to stare out the window.